Hello everyone, welcome to the AMA for the month of November. Yes, we have a couple of people in the room, and so far I only received one question. Let me answer the question first, and then I will open the floor for any question you may ask. Whenever you want to share your screen, just remember, do not share any PNC data because this is a public place. You want to keep your PNC data safe. And if you have some other question regarding Excel, feel free to ask after that during the open floor session. Yes. So now I'm just curious. For those of you who are online, maybe you can type in the chat, where are you from? Or which part of Malaysia or which part of the world? Where are you from? Just type in the chat. I also type, I'm in here. How about the rest? Where are you from? Shah Alam. Okay, GK. How about the rest? Where are you from? Okay, good. While you're typing, so I just start with the first question that I received. The question is about the person wanted to type a number where it start with a zero in front. By default, Excel will ignore the zero in front and just show the number as it is. There are two examples where we need to type a zero in front. One of the examples is the phone number. Second example is the IC number. Let me show you what are the ways to work around. There are at least 3 ways to do it. Let me go to my screen. Yes, this is my screen. Let me go over here. Yes. Okay, we have people from Kedah, Sarawak. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm doing some testing. And if I'm doing some typing of the number, for example, 00112233, there are two 00 in front. When I press enter, the 00 in front is ignored. The first method is to type a single quote or apostrophe before I key in anything. So after single quote, I type 00112233, enter, the 0 stays. And you will notice it has a small, like this small triangle on the upper left corner of the cell. That is autocorrect. That maybe it will suggest, hey, is this something wrong with the data entry? Whenever this is a number key like this one, this as a text, you can click on this small triangle like this one and say ignore errors, and it goes away. So this is using the single quote. Another method is you select the cell or the range you want to do some data entry. Then you go to the top here. Yeah, that is called formatting. Inside formatting, you change it to text. Enter. After you change it to text, you go to A3. Just key in the number without single quote in front, like 00112233, enter. It works. When I click over here, it has a small triangle. It's just a prompt. I just ignore the error. So these are the second method. And one more method is a bit interesting. This will be particularly useful when we want to key in some IC number where I want to format it to a specific IC number format. For the IC format, there will be something like this. Let me go to the other side. Okay, IC number will be like 112233 dash, then the two more number dash 1234. So this is the format they want to have. If I want to key in the number, maybe the person birth year is start from year 2000, so that'll be 00. This is the 1st of January, 0101. And if I key in dash 10 dash 1234, enter, it works because it has a dash. Sometimes our data don't have the dash, and just observe, yeah, if I remove the dash, it will not able to work correctly. I press enter, all the 0 in front, it disappears. So the next method I want to show you is using the formatting of the cell. I go back to the data I have, right click over here. There is an option says format cell, right click format cells. And I go to format cells. Go to the last one, it says custom. Let me zoom in. in the general, currently it says general, the type, just remove everything. And we are going to fix the number using 0. So the first part has 6 digits, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and followed by a dash, and 2 more 0 in the middle, dash, 0, 0, 0, 0. And you will see the thing change with the format. Once I'm done, I could click OK, and it display correctly. If I double click, it still shows in the number format. When I press escape, it shows in the correct formatted way. In summary, so there are 3 ways to keep the 0 in front of the number. The first part is using a single quote in front. Second part is format the cell to text. And the third one is using format cell. Just right click format cells and go to custom, key in the things you are looking for. Okay, so these are the 3 ways to address the question I've received so far. And now I want to open the floor. Any question that you all may have, you can ask here. So this session is called Ask Me Anything.
No, bye.
Hello. Hey, got disconnected. Okay. How about the rest in the room? Any question that you may have? Yes, welcome back. You have a question for me?
No.
No question. Okay, good. If there's no question, just curious, what kind of work that you are using Excel for? I'm just curious. Maybe you can type in the chat. What kind of things you are using Excel for? Maybe based on the things you say, I may give you 1 or 2 simple tips. Yeah, you can type in the chat or you can just use your voice, whichever faster for you. Tracking expenses and financial planning, thank you. Event registration, donation recording, okay, good. What else are you using Excel for? Risk register, okay, good one. Okay, what else you are using Excel for? Please type in the chat so that I have some ideas. What are the 1 or 2 tips I could share with you? Okay, while you're typing, I go for the first one, tracking expenses and financial planning. So there are many ways to do it. There are a lot of apps available out there. So this is one of the ways you could consider. So you can use similar method, not only tracking for expenses, you can use a similar method to track like inventory. Let me do this one, yeah. Tracking expenses. So I just remove this part. Yeah. Okay, this one is tracking expenses. So tracking expenses, usually they have a date. They have the money in, money out. And perhaps they want to have something like a description. Okay, so this is a very simple way of tracking money in, money out. Yeah. Yeah, I hear someone saying something. Yeah, not saying something. Okay, let me temporarily mute you first for a while. Okay, good. Over here, it has something like, it doesn't categorize the expenses. It's just money in, money out. And just want to go at the end, they want to know what is the balance, how much they have. So this is a very simple one. And usually people, they just do the data in this way and they will just sum out the things at the end. If you are tracking data in this way, my recommendation to turn this one into an Excel table, something like this. Just extra work, only one-time job. Then you go to insert. Inside insert, you go to table, and you notice the whole thing is selected. And this is not the data. I want to say my data has headers, which is this is the header. Then click OK, and you will see the whole thing changed. And before continue, remember change the table name. Currently, it says table 1. Usually, it goes by the number. Could be table 1, 2, 3, or some other numbers. And we change the name. My recommendation, we start the table name with the word table. Later on, I will explain why. So this is table. Maybe this is expense tracking. Enter. Okay. So this expense tracking, I have certain date. Maybe I just key in 1st Jan 25. The description is party. Okay, money in, nothing. Money out is maybe 150 party. Maybe 2nd Jan 25. So this is the payday. So the money in 5,000. Then the next day is 3rd of Jan 25. So this is another makan. So this is eating out. There will be 20. So by having something like this, I want to know the balance as per now. Rather than going through the checking or counting one by one, I could go to another worksheet. Just maybe this is a summary. And I could just come out with something I want to see. That's a very simple one. So it's total money in, total money out. Then I will say the balance. Okay, now I'm going to use a formula called sum, using sum without any date yet, equal sum tab key. And I want to refer to that table by the name. This time we have renamed the table by starting with the word table. I just type TAB and you will see the table name appears. Press tab key to confirm selection. Then open square bracket is go to a specific column. So that's money in. Press tab key to confirm selection. We have open square bracket. We want to close square bracket and press enter. So that's total 5,000. The next one is money out. Equal sum tab key, table tab key, open square bracket, money out, tab key, close square bracket, enter. So the balance is just equal the money in minus the money out. So now it's 4830. If I go back, I just add on something like today's date. Maybe there is another makan. So makan, this one is a 200. Just presume this 200. When I go to summary, yeah, everything changes. So this is a simple way to do tracking. And I hope this one gives you all some idea. And yeah, you can use something like this one. When we are using this kind of thing, it's not necessary for tracking expenses. Yeah, it could be used for inventory. It could be used for some stock take, inventory, stock take, also something similar. What else? Just now it's money and something to do with the in and out. Yeah, this is something you could consider. Okay, financial planning, event registration, donation recording. I am not quite sure about donation recording. Production hour. Donation recording, are you just doing recording or you do need to go for the total? I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, talking about this one. Once we have this thing, all the data ready, and you could do a lot more analysis. Example, the total income or expenses I have for every single month. So that's moment you could consider to use something called pivot table. So let me do a demonstration here. I only have 2 months of data, January and November. I go to insert on the left side, pivot table. Click on the pivot table, you will notice the whole thing is selected and it goes by the name. Then when I click OK, it will go to new worksheet. In the pivot table, we are able to analyze the data a little bit faster. For example, I want to know the total in, total out. Done. So this is total in and total out. And if I want to break down by the month or by the year, this is the date. I just click on the date. Newer version of Excel, you will see it automatically breaks down by this one, by the month. If I go expand the plus sign, it will go by individual day. If your data has hour, you could analyze by the hour as well. So that's why there's one person asked production output by hour. You could use this one. If your data has hour, you can use something like this. Yep. So this allows you to do a lot of analysis. The good thing about this kind of data, and let me add on something here. Maybe I just add on November. Okay. So I just care this is a bonus month. And boss give 15,000. When I say there's something added, often people may tend to redo the reporting. The good thing about using this kind of table, when I go back to the formulas, automatically updated. Formula automatically retrieve newer data. Meanwhile, for the pivot table, we do not see the November data. What we need to do is just right-click on the pivot table and choose refresh. When you refresh, ta-da, the month of November data appears. So this makes the whole thing easier, and I don't need to change the data source again. Yeah. Okay, yes, that's a next question. Other than IC number format, how to standardize the mobile number? Okay. Oh, mobile numbers. Some mobile number has 11 digits. Some they have 10 digits. Very good. And okay, let me answer this question because this one is much more specific. Let me answer this one first, yeah, on the phone number. Phone number is a bit tricky. I want to know how your data looks like. Maybe you can give me some example of your data. You want to standardize this one. Maybe I just copy this part of the message here. Yeah, how your data looks like. The reason is it has a different way of working depending on the data. Okay, so this question says, I have a question other than IC number, how to standardize mobile number, 01 something something. Challenge my side here, some mobile number has 11 digits. Okay. So I have no idea about how the mobile number looks like, the original data. Maybe you can provide some sample or I just go in myself.
I
go in myself because the solution will be totally different. Okay. Okay, it's good. So I presume this is the situation. Okay. Oh, yeah, using phone. Okay, yeah. Presume this is the phone number. And I want to randomize the number. I'm using everything becomes number. I'm presuming everything is number, yeah. Number, there'll be random between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's a pure random number. And let me copy some of the numbers here. Okay. Okay. Let me copy some. Copy and paste its values. And you'll notice some of the numbers, they don't have the 0 in front. Maybe I just change the number to be, the first number is 0, 1 something. Usually the first number is 1. Okay, yes. Presume this is a number. The expected outcome, let me type it here. Expected outcome will be something like this. everything with this, with the 0 in front. Let me see. Are you looking for something like this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this will be the second one. That will be something because this one has shorter. So there'll be a space will be at different place. Am I get you correctly? This is the outcome. Yeah. Okay, good. So there are few ways. Either you can use the format. Format cell will not be so easy, or you can use something like this. Oops, done. Okay, what I have done. And this is called flash fill. And let me type it on the screen. Yeah, flash fill. Okay, I just type it. This called flash fill. Yeah, Control E. Yeah, you got it right. That means you provide some sample, preferable with all possible combination. Like this is a 10 digits, so this is 9 digit. So with all the possible combination, I select these two, and then you can press Control E. Very good. Control E, you get it right. This one has one limitation. Whenever there's a new data coming in, so you need to redo again every single moment. So this is still okay, but it could be a little bit easier if I could use formula. So this moment I'm going to illustrate. We could use AI to create a formula for us. So let me illustrate that. Yeah, I use AI a lot. Okay. Let me log in first. Let's wait for a while. Okay, good. Yeah, this is my ChatGPT. The same method works for all AI, yeah? All AI. So now this asking it, what is the end result? What do you want AI to produce? Is it a macro, Power Query, or what is the method? So I want to create an Excel formula to transform from, what is this? Copy, paste. Remember, need to have double quote. Sometimes without double quote, it will not able to function correctly because it presumes the things not complete, especially those with the space, like this one. I give two examples to this one. Okay, done, press enter. Let's wait for a while. Okay, it has the number. And where I want to do something, because you can see all the formulas start with A1, go to A1. If I copy the formula, I need to change it manually. So rather than having that one, I want to say my data is at A2. Just go towards the end, data is at A2. And you can see the formula will automatically adjust for you. Yep, that's right. Copy. Go back to my Excel. Maybe I just push this away using the formula, enter. Okay, copy downwards. And you can see the result is not really working. So I just need to add a leading 0. Okay, copy, go back here, paste. Okay, and you will see the result is not entirely accurate. So you want to do more prompting. The dash, the minus sign is after first 3 digit, inclusive of 0. Enter. Okay, copy. Go back here, change the formula. Change the formula. And doesn't have a 0 in front. And I need to have a 0 in front. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, paste. Wait, what's this? Okay, it's just getting a bit weird. 2, 3, 4. Okay, just provide more feedback. This is incorrect. 4. I just output this one to be this one. Expected outcome is enter. I know what's wrong because it has missed one digit in between. But now it's thinking. Okay. Okay, it's really thinking. Let's see how is the formula looks like. 2, 3, 6. Okay, let's see. Let's copy the formula. Yes, it works. Yeah, I hope this one gives you some idea. We are able to use AI to prompt whenever it's not getting the answer, the one you are looking for, just provide more sample. Good. Done. Yeah, this could be done. Yeah, hopefully this one gives you some idea. Now I go back to some of the questions is about, okay, the next one is about risk register. Yeah, risk register, you could consider to use this method. Sometimes for the risk register, often people use color to indicate the different level of risk. So I'm just doing this one. Okay, so this is a risk register. Risk register. Okay. Let me temporarily mute you for. Okay, so this is a very simple risk register. I may put in the date open. Maybe when they start registering the risk, maybe they have the date closed, and maybe there's a risk severity risk. There's two factors. I can't remember. The one's called severity. What's another method? Risk what? Likelihood of certain thing. Okay, goreng this my goreng okay, based on this one, I have a date when it's open, when it's closed. I want to know based on the severity and the likelihood to identify the color. For example, I want to make the data entry a little bit easier and much more control. I may want to have a drop-down list. And to make the things a little bit easy to expand in the future, this with the presumption they don't use any merging. Sometimes when I see people use, they create a register, they may have multiple cell merged together. So this with presumption there's no merging. If you use merging, let me know. There are other ways to work around. So with the presumption there's no merging, I want to turn this one into an Excel table. I go to insert a table, and my table has headers. Okay. After that, change the table name. So this is table risk register. Yeah. Register. Enter. So for the risk severity, I want to have a drop-down list. I select the entire column here. I go to data, data validation. Inside data validation, I could allow a list. I could have a several item. Maybe this is a high, comma, mid, comma, low. Depending on the severity, the drop-down list will have high, mid, low. When I click OK, and you will see drop-down list appears. So I say this is high. I want to put a description here. Okay, so this is a description. description high. So this is the power failure. Whenever there's a power failure, a lot of things cannot run. And the next description, next risk could be out of coffee. Okay, the severity is low. And what else? Maybe this is not enough sleep. Okay, this severity is mid. I have something like this, and I want to have a different color to indicate which level they are in. Now I go to table design, turn off the banner rows so that they have same color. So there are two ways I can highlight the color. One is go by individual cell. Another method is go by the entire row. So I go for something easy, and then later I add on to make it the entire row. So over here, whenever it shows high, I want to make it as red color. Mid will be orange. Low will be in maybe light blue, the kind of color. Okay, so I just select all the columns here. When I go to home, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules equals to, then you ask you, what is that thing? I will say high, change the color. I go to format, custom format, go to the field. I use a red color. Perhaps the text, I want to use the white color. Click OK, and you will see in this format, click OK. So this is on the individual cell. If I want to do for the mid, go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and equals to mid. Then I go to custom format, go to field, I use orange, click OK, and OK. So the good thing about using Excel table, next time when I add the new row at the bottom, observe the color and the drop-down list will automatically goes down. So this is now it's run out of key. Okay. When I go to next line, you will notice the drop-down list appears. If I go to the bottom, doesn't have it. Let me zoom in here. The one at the bottom doesn't have it. The one on the top has it. So when I drop down, when I choose high, the color appears. When I change it to low, doesn't have any color because just now I did not set it. When I set it to mid, yep, it works. So by having this kind of method, we can make the thing easy to manage by using a little bit of the color. So this is on individual cell. So now we have done this, and let me demonstrate. The next one is to highlight the entire row, which is very common. So let me clear everything, clear the entire row. To make this thing work, I need to select from the A2, upper left, go to lower right until the end of the table. I do not want to select more than the actual table. I also do not want to select less than the actual table. Just exactly until the end of the table. After that, I go to conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format, and click on the formula here. When I'm creating formula, always refer to the active cell. The active cell is on the row number 2. We are checking for the risk severity, so we only select row number 2 of the column D. So we only select D2, no matter what is the status we are looking for. So let me do 2 demonstrations here. Go over here, and I click on D2. After I click on D2, and you will see the formula shows $D, $2. So after this, press F4 twice, F4 once, F4 twice. And the $D, it means all the status or all the risk severity is at the column D. So the entire row will be depending on the column D to do some, to decide what color to use. And continue with the formula, equal I'm checking for the text high. So I need to have double quote, high, double quote. The wording high could be in uppercase, lowercase, it doesn't matter. And we go to format, click on the format. Let me use a red color, go to the font, make it as the white color font. Click OK, and it shows a sample. Then click OK again, and you will see the entire row changes. So this for high. Let me do one more for the mid. Go to conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format. Click on the formula, and I'll always go back to D2, even though I want to do for the status mid. Press F4 twice, equal, double quote, mid, double quote. Then I click on the format button, go to the field, change to orange, and click OK, and OK. And you will see, ta-da, it works. The benefits of doing something like this, and again, this is with Excel table. When I have something like this one, maybe this is running out of mark. Okay, so the severity is low, no color. When I make it severity to high, the color changes. So that means by using Excel table, you make the thing easy to expand, to accommodate new data, and all the setting for the color is only one-time job. Okay, I hope this one gives you some idea for those of you are using tracking. Besides risk register, you could do something similar for example, chasing for payment. For example, just on the donation, maybe you have a recurring to remind the person to or encourage the person to contribute more. You can have certain timing. When was the last contribution? Maybe 1 month ago, the color will change. That allows you to do something about it rather than manually checking one by one. Very, very easy. And yes, I hope this gives you some idea. Let's see any other thing. Packing list in custom report sales invoice. Okay. Sales invoice, very different company, different packing list. I have no idea how the packing list looks like because different company will have varieties. Let me think. Packing list. Let me think. I'm not sure how your packing list, what kind of situation you're looking for packing list. Yes, a lot of variables, so I cannot have something general to share. Okay, anything else that you are using Excel for? If you have some other ideas, you could share or you can ask. This one is very useful, not only for status, for the number. Example, you may have a reorder inventory. When the inventory is dropped lower at a certain level, then you want to have the color automatic highlight for you. Yeah, that's possible. Can you give an example how to use Office script? What is this capable for? Office script, I rarely use. Very good question. Let me go for this one. Office script. Okay, Office script is over here. Yeah, Office script. Sometimes I'm not quite sure. Okay, ask AI law. This live. This live. What is Office script used for? Okay. Yeah, I do not know everything, but I just know how to find the answer. Modern TypeScript, JavaScript on the web, automate repeat data cleaning, integration, standardized report, collaboration. Okay, good. Mainly on the single file. Okay, commercial use cases, summary, automate generated summary from uploaded files, or because it's coupled with Power Automate, there will be different way of working. Okay. Give examples on how you create one that could export current file to a PDF. Office script. You need to run together with Power Automate. Yeah, the file operation need to use another things outside of the Office script. Usually, Office script is within Excel. And the good thing about Office script, you can run something similar online. You can run something similar. I do not use so much because the things I want to achieve is more than the whatever is capable of. So what does that mean? Yeah. Usually, my automation involves dealing with multiple files that one Office script cannot handle. Office script, for example, here I have something called hide all rows and column. Maybe I have certain column hidden like this one, unhide all. Okay, let it open up. So going to run after this. Yeah, I just run. Yeah, it unhide the whole thing. Yeah, so this is a script. So it's only work within the same file or same worksheet. It doesn't work multiple files. It doesn't work with multiple files. So this is a bit limiting for me. So I do not use that much. Okay, hopefully this one gives you some idea, Rebecca. Can count hour for production. Oh, okay. Based on the data you have, yeah, you want to know because the time, sometimes how we see the time may not be how computer sees the time. For example, I have the time, I just type start, and I want to know the duration. For the correct date and time, for example, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., I want to show the duration. Just like what you have typed on the chat there, if I type 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., observe the difference, row number 2 and row number 3. Got it? So this one is Excel could recognize them as time. Meanwhile, this one is a text, and they are text, and Excel can recognize that as time. Yep. So depending on your situation, how your data looks like is very important. Is your data looks like something like this, number 2 or number 3, or your data looks like the one you type in the chat like this one? How your data looks like? Yeah, you are right. If this is the method, this is the time that you have, the method you are saying is correct. It just equal open bracket, the ending minus the starting and multiply by 24 and change the format to general. So it's 3 hours. If they type what? Let's see. Type PM. That means they type something like this one together in the text in a cell. I am not quite understand because with space or without space, or if you type something like this one, they type something like this. Okay, if that's the case, need to yes, there is a way. Is it consistently they have the wording to? Yes or no? If yes, there are ways to get it. Is there any way? Is it consistent they have the wording to? Okay. Okay. I use AI. I use AI to go for this one. Go back to here. Create an Excel formula to extract the date the time start and end from this one. The separator is always TO. Enter. Okay. It has this one. To correct the time, to correct the output, to fix the output to correct time that Excel could recognize. Enter. Because whenever there's an AM, PM, it doesn't have the space in between them. It is not accurate. Yeah, it has this one. Okay, can. Good. Let's see. Start real time. Copy. Go to here. I change it to A4, A4, enter. It doesn't work because it doesn't have a space. That means there's no space in between them. It doesn't recognize. There is no space before AM or PM. Does time value won't work? Fix it. Okay. I also have a typo in my prompt. Okay, good. Copy. So go over here, paste it, and change it to A4. Change it to A4. Using this method. The data is at A4. I do want to change it manually. Okay, start. Go to here. Paste, enter. Just change it to the time. Time. Yes, got it. So the next one is the ending. Okay, the time. Got it? Yeah. Why not just educate people to key in the time format? Good question. Some people, really, some people it's not easy to be educated. Really, if they are able to, if they are really welcome such education, they are no longer doing the work they are doing. This is my personal bias observation, really. Okay, good. Yeah, this tool is ready. Once it's done, then you can create the formula just to this one. This one minus this, multiply by 24 and change it to general 1.25. They use handphone HP Google Sheet. Okay. Google Sheet also could have something similar. Yes. Some people, they just want to make it because they have the habit. The habit is not easy to adjust. Really not easy. Now you have the formula. You can see everything. I'm not typing any single formula. I just keep on prompting the AI to ask it. And I know certain things about, especially about date and time. Date and time must have a space between AM, PM. If there's no space, it will not able to fix it correctly. So that's why the prompt, it helps. And certain understanding on how Excel works really helps. Okay, good. Okay, any other questions? I think I can take one more question. Let me go back, see any things I miss. Yep, I believe this is something you asked about the production output by hour. Okay, I hope this helps. Yeah. You can see I'm not typing any single formula here. If I type, I may make a lot of you into dream zone. If you're not quite sure, you can ask it to explain to you why this formula works. This kind of data entry is still okay. Some people, their data entry, they use dot instead of colon. If they use dot, the things were not able to work again because Excel cannot recognize the dot as the date separator. So if this thing happen, prompt it again to ask you to fix, to include such mistake. Okay. Any question? Oh, by the way, I'm just curious, do you aware I have NTW coming? Last week, I have one NTW session. It was talking about, what was that? Lookup function. The video is available in the YouTube channel. Go and check it out. And what else? Tomorrow, tomorrow there's one NTW session. It's about the HR dashboard. If your colleagues, your friends, they are looking to create a dashboard, but the example I'm going to use is HR. You could join as well. If you have HR, they want to make the report much more easier, do encourage them to join in. So that's tomorrow afternoon. Let me check my time. I will post the message in the group again. Tomorrow from 3 to 5. Tomorrow, 3 to 5. What else? Oh, yeah. There is one special offer that during the NTW I will offer. Now, because all of you are here, let me share the training. So this is an in-person training. Sometimes I just receive one or two requests. They wanted to attend the Excel training. I rarely do the Excel public class. Public class means the company, they send one or two person to the group, and we group them together and we conduct the training. Usually I conduct is mostly in-house training. So now, because there's a lot of requests, so I want to have a small gift. And just for information, next year is a special year for Excel. Let's show you this one. So this is Excel Intermediate for monitoring and tracking. Just because different trainer or different company, they label the things a bit differently. So my intention here, the Excel Intermediate is for to organize the data well, so that they are able to use it for tracking. Like just now, highlight the entire row is covered inside here. In terms of difficulties, it's somewhere middle here, not really high difficulties. It's focusing on make sure the data is well organized. Sometimes the data has extra spaces, the date time not correct. Everything will be fixed here, and a little bit about using tracking from using condition formatting. The topic we are going to cover is just 2 full days training. So everything here. Just now I covered a little bit is on the data validation. Last week in the NTW, I covered about lookup function. Next week, I'm going to touch on about essential Excel data processing. Because it's 2 hours, I will go a little bit faster just to make sure I cover most of the topic. This one I really cover a lot. And usually people use lookup. About 99.9% people use lookup for exact match. And during the session as well, last week, I show how the 0.1% people use it for special purpose using lookup. Not many people aware. And just now, during this question, I show why we are using Excel table, just to make the things doing once, and we can just reuse it again and again. Just now to highlight the entire row, will be covered more inside condition formatting. Some people, they may be a little bit not quite sure when to use double dollar sign, when to use single dollar sign. So we will cover a little bit inside here and how to trace the formula so that we understand the formula. Date time just now is only a beginning, it's here. Sometimes the text we have extra spaces, how to handle. We want to split the text into multiple parts and eventually combine them together here. So the overall, you can see, just to make sure the data is clean, is structured, and so that you can do the tracking or monitoring a little bit easier. So this is the purpose. And yeah, for the typical training for this kind of training online, we have this not online, it's in person. 15, 16 December, Monday, Tuesday, 9 to 5. It's in Cheras Hotel. And usually it's 2005 for 2 days. And this one is a bit special. This one is special. And now I want to add on something extra. Usually outside for the basic is 700,005, intermediate 1,002 to 1,009, advanced is about 1,005 to 2,005. So this is a 2 days training. And this one is something extra. It's not in the normal shop lot. It's in a 4-star hotel. And plus, you will get 2 days, 1 night accommodation. Sometimes during training, you might be a little bit tired to travel all these things. Yeah, this is 2 day, 1 night for one person. Guess how much would this be? Guess. Just guess. Let me. And we can type in the chat. Let me show you the accommodation. The accommodation. Yeah, very nice, cozy environment. Spacious. Yeah, yes, a gym. Yeah, very nice balcony. And it has a very nice park nearby. Very beautiful scenes. Guess how much would that be for all these things? The value. Just type in the chat. Just let's have some fun. How much would that be? Let's recap. 1,005. Now, a 4-star hotels, 2 day, 1 night accommodation. And not only that, this one, sometimes you want to attend training, a bit lonely. If you want to get another person, your colleague come together with you, need to have extra budget. Now, same price, you get extra person in the room. Usually, this is a price about 5,000 plus. Do you see something is worthwhile? Yeah, you can have a nice time for you to really focus in learning, and you can really do not need to waste a lot of energy on the road. Plus, you have one more person in the room. So this is 5,003. Because next year is a very special year for OneExcel. So that's a 10 years anniversary. So just want to make sure this is something really appreciate to your support. So it's only 1,009. So if you say you have 2 person coming in, you can, if there's 1 person for one room for 2 nights, or you can 2 person for 1 night. So you can choose that. So this is 1,009. Is it something worthwhile your time? 2 person, and you have a hotel rest, so you can have a really focus in the learning. This is my very first and very last Excel training in this year. I want to see how the things looks like. I really want to give back. If you want to know more, or if you want to sign up, this one is claimable from HRDF 100%. Yeah, reach out to Wendy. Yeah, this is the contact. You can screenshot this one and pass to a HR and say, hey, HR usually is 2,005 for 1 person. Now it's 1,009 for 2 person. If you 1 person come, only also 1,009. Some people will ask, hey, if I say I do not want to stay hotel, also 1,009. If you take it or with the accommodation or without accommodation, it's still 1,009. If you divide, 1 person is only how much? 1,009 divided by 2. What is the amount? Calculator. How much? Huh? 950? 1,009, eh? Yeah, that's correct. 950. If I say divided by 2 days, 1 day is how much? 425. Yes. 425. Why do you get such training? Plus is 4-star hotel. This place, I've been running multiple training over there. You will not have the feeling you will totally forget what is called hungry. They have plenty of food, and the food has a lot of varieties. Really, Very nice. Good environment. Take the screenshot and I hope to see you there. Yeah, this is my first and last for 2025. I hope to give your back to see how this thing is able to help you. Whenever you are invest to yourself, you are much more prepared for 2026. Okay, with that, this is the time. This is the end for the AMA. For those of you are coming for tomorrow NTW, I hope to see you there tomorrow. So with that, take care everyone and bye-bye.